Dabu 7, taking a look here at what's happening inside of China as the Chinese government combines track and trace with its social credit score system. Now, the social credit score system itself was something that was talked about in great detail many times by us on several different live streams. It's something that many different corporations around the world were working with them with. And as we can see here, it's gone to a new level. They're taking the whole track and trace thing, which we have seen rolled out on cell phones as well, tracking people and trying to warn them if you've been near someone that has COVID or suspected of COVID or this and that. They're tying that in with the social credit score system. So now, those that don't listen, don't obey, that don't go along with complying with anything tied into track and trace, they're going to get dinged on their social credit score now. If you don't know, that will lower their score and make it to where they can't do certain things. They get punished. And if you don't have a good enough score, you can't even hop on a train. Maybe a relative passed away and you need to go to the funeral or something. They won't even allow you to do that in some instances because of this. If you leave a bike sitting in the wrong spot, not standing and chained up the right way, it will ding your social credit score system. And this is why people in the past were saying that this is totalitarian. And they're saying that now people are feeling it as one local province in China has launched all this, that people are really feeling the control around them. This massive surveillance system rolled out, and I just wanted to point it out that it's all tying in together. Ultimately, in the end, this is a system that looks to track and trace everyone. And those that don't comply, your score gets hit. Pay attention, folks.
In Shanghai, life is going back to normal. But caution remains high and new tools are...
Shalom. Now we know that the so-called international bankers and the Jesuits, are heavy into the development of China, because they so-called run the world. Right? It says the earth is given to the hands of the wicked, pursuant to the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. All right? Let's get into these scriptures. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 13. And verse 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that has understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Livre d'Apocalypse, chapitre 13, verset 16. La bête obligeait tous les êtres, petits et grands, riches et pauvres, esclaves et libres, à recevoir une marque sur la main droite et sur le front. Personne ne pouvait acheter ou vendre s'il n'avait pas cette marque, c'est-à-dire le nom de la bête ou le chiffre qui correspond à ce nom. Ici, il faut de la sagesse. Celui qui est intelligent peut trouver le sens du chiffre de la bête, car ce chiffre correspond au nom d'un homme. Ce chiffre est 666. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness and unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Deuxième Thessaloniciens, chapitre 2, verset 7. La puissance secrète de la méchanceté est déjà à l'œuvre. Seulement, elle ne sera pleinement que lorsque celui qui la retient encore lui laissera la voie libre. Alors, l'être méchant apparaîtra. Right? Esau, Edom, the wicked. Et le Seigneur, Yahweh, le fera mourir par le souffle de sa bouche. Il le détruira par la splendeur de sa venue. L'être méchant viendra avec la puissance de Satan. Il accomplira toutes sortes de miracles et de prodiges trompeurs. Il usera du mal sous toutes ses formes pour séduire ceux qui vont à leur perte. Ils se perdront parce qu'ils n'auront pas accueilli et aimé la vérité qui les aurait sauvés. Book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 10. Because, Salakia, start at verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews. Now, who says they are Jews in today's time? Right? The so-called bankers, Jesuits, right? The so-called elites. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. Verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. Which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. Book of Livre d'Apocalypse, chapitre 3, verset 9. Voici ce que je ferai des gens de l'assemblée de Satan, ces menteurs qui se prétendent juifs, mais ne le sont pas. Ok? Donc il y a des menteurs aujourd'hui qui se prétendent juifs, mais ne le sont pas. Je les forcerai à venir s'agenouiller devant toi pour t'honorer. Ils reconnaîtront que je t'aime. All right? Parlant des faux juifs. Puisque tu as gardé mon ordre d'être persévérant, moi aussi je te garderai de la période de malheur qui va venir sur le monde entier. La période de malheur qui va venir sur le monde entier pour mettre à l'épreuve les habitants de la terre. Revelation, Book of Revelation, chapter 2. Verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. He that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says unto the churches. He that overcomes shall not be hurt of the second death. Second death being the fire that's going to cleanse this earth. Apocalypse chapitre 2, verset 9. Je connais ta détresse et ta pauvreté, mais en réalité tu es riche. Je sais le mal que disent tous ceux qui se prétendent juifs. Les faux juifs, mais ne le sont pas. Ils sont une assemblée de Satan. Ne crains pas ce que tu vas souffrir. Écoute, le diable va vous mettre à l'épreuve en jetant plusieurs d'entre vous en prison. On vous persécutera pendant 10 jours. Sois fidèle jusqu'à la mort, et je te donnerai la couronne de victoire, la vie éternelle. Que chacun, s'il a des oreilles, écoute bien ce que l'Esprit dit aux églises. Ceux qui auront remporté la victoire ne subiront pas la seconde mort, qui est le feu qui va venir sur Babylone, l'Amérique, afin de nettoyer ses places, ainsi qu'en Israël, où se trouvent les faux juifs. Revelation chapter 3, verse 11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Him that overcomes will I make a pillar in the temple of my living power, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my power, and the name of the city of my living power, which is New Jerusalem, which comes down out of heaven from my living power, and I will write upon him my new name. Verse 13, he that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says unto the churches. Apocalypse, chapitre 3, verset 11. Je viens bientôt, tiens fermement ce que tu as, afin que personne ne te prenne ta couronne de victoire. De celui qui aura remporté la victoire, je ferai une colonne dans le temple de mon Dieu, et il n'en sortira plus jamais. J'inscrirai sur lui le nom de mon Dieu, et le nom de la ville de mon Dieu, la nouvelle Jérusalem qui descend du ciel, envoyée par mon Tout-Puissant. J'inscrirai aussi sur lui mon nom nouveau. Que chacun, s'il a des oreilles, écoute bien ce que l'Esprit dit aux églises. Shalom.
Used to avoid a second wave of infection.
Who's up? Yeah. La da da.
Who the fuck is Fuego? I think I like
The
him.
milk and honey, none of us will ever die.
He's
In
lit.
the land of milk and honey, where my people learn to fly. In the land of milk and honey. I have too much on my plate. I left my heart in the safe. I try my best to forgive. Some things are hard to forget. Sometimes it's hard to relate. And I have nothing but faith. I put my trust in the Lord. Forget what you talking about. I came back to my heritage. That's Yasharala by name. That's where my story begins. And most of what you learn in school is nothing